sunk an enemy destroyer.
Hey team, this is Ripper. You guys are doing fantastic today. Got a fun, just interesting random video about the Shikishima. I haven't played this ship in a while, and I remember when this thing first came out, I was like, I have to get this thing because why? I was a secondary main kind of guy, and I wanted to use the secondaries on this bad boy. And you could see, it's not your typical Musashi Yamato kind of thing. It is a full secondary implement, and these things are incredible, and it just looks pretty. I mean, just the way the designers made the ship, my son has a model of Yamato in Lego form, so if you haven't seen that, check that out. It's really awesome. Lego, man, it's expensive though, but just the intricacy and the accuracy of what they can do and what they can build is amazing. I've always grown up building battleships and ships. Even though I'm in the Air Force and I'm a pilot, it's kind of ironic that I'm actually fascinated by shipbuilding and so forth. But let's take this bad boy out for a spin, see how it performs. I'll give you kind of the stats and the build here at the beginning. Normally I put this at the end of the video, but here's the first kind of equipment side of the house. And of course, Yamamoto Osoroko, you have the full secondary complement. Now, I put it for IFHE because that's kind of what I did no matter what for this commander. 11.6 kilometer range, and you get 37 mil pin. 2.1 second reload, and then we haven't even talked about adrenaline rush yet. So let's jump into a game and see how this actually performs. All right. Shikishima, what is this thing? So it's pretty much like the Yamato hull and everything. The only difference being it's got the 510 millimeter guns, as you can see right here, which, man, they just wreck everything. What are the HE? 106 millimeter on the HE, but really everybody plays for the 510 for overmatch because you pretty much overmatch everything in the ship. You can take a look at the... let's take a look. Let me take a look at the guns here. Yeah, look at the size of these guns. They're massive. But you only get 6 of them. That's the downside. This is, again, kind of like the Oregon, Georgia kind of style gameplay where you're going to be relying on 6 guns and your accuracy and aiming. And it really is down to player skill and RNG. And so it pretty much is the epitome of gaming. Now, again, why are we playing Unbreakable Line lately? And like I said, I'm trying to promote this, that if you are having CV or sub fatigue, you definitely play Unbreakable because now you're playing World of Warships as it was intended, which is basically like that. Long-range shooting, close-range shooting, medium-range brawling, all types of things without the pesky anti-ship systems of like carriers, aircraft, submarines, all things that were designed to counter battleships and make them obsolete. Well, why would you introduce that into a game that focuses on battleships and surface warfare? I mean, it's kind of like you're putting yourself out of business in that sense, right? But anyway, Wargaming thinks that people are going to play this game for the airplanes or for the underwater experience. Okay, they have randoms for that. If you're tired of that fatigue, this is the mode for you, Unbreakable Line. As always, before we begin, like, subscribe, button below. Appreciate all the supporters of the channel. You see value we're doing here today, smash those buttons, and we thank you for stopping by and making this a great place to learn about sailing ships, shooting ships, and having a blast at the same time. So now we got the secondaries going out. Actually, I enjoy the secondary range, 11.6. Now, according to a summary online and everything, that you don't build this thing for secondaries because apparently they suck. Yes, they don't have the accuracy like the German secondaries or the American secondaries. And even if we get manual secondary battery 37 or up to 50% dispersion, you're not really getting, I would say, the work of it. But actually, this game kind of proves that, man, with the brawling and everything that you're doing here, as it was intended, you actually can do some crazy things. And I remember when this thing first got released, it was like one of the wildest secondaries I've seen. Look at that 510 millimeter guns right there doing 9,000 damage on 1 or 2 shells there. Now, there's a problem right here. You cannot show the cheek of the Yamato right there, and everybody knows about the cheek. So you're basically going to have to nose in and cut your firing into 30%. So I only get 4 guns, and there we go. Secondary first kill for me right there. Look at that. Incredible. So these secondaries are nothing to gawk at. So, and we're normally just walking in the ship, walking it in, quarter speed. As you can see right here, not rushing to my dad, not exposing that cheek, because that is my major weakness right now, is the cheek of this Yamato hull, which really can be punished severely. So we're going to just focus fire on Vaizama, whatever, the guys that just like to sit there and camp. So we're going to just see if we can start a lot of fires with this thing. And you can see the reload rates on these things with adrenaline kicking in, about 2-second reloads. Pretty darn amazing. Ooh, nice broadside Vaizama here. Actually, somebody pushing in. There go the 510 millimeter guns. And in the air, full send. Overpins, 3 overpins. That's the downside of having such low trajectories, and just the sheer velocity of the shells do not allow it to slow down an arm and hit that citadel. So anyways, we'll See if we can nail somebody else here. We got guns on battleships on the left, battleships in the center. We got cruisers on the right, battleship Libertad. Let's use the back turret here. One back turret firing right into the side armor here. See if you can saturate it. Ooh, nice dispersion we get on that one. And boom, finally we get a nice hit on the guns. Secondaries are still working at it, and we are getting up to 150 secondary hits, and they're starting 1 or 2 fires. Ooh, look at this nice cheek weld up. Oh, we could have had a nice shot. I almost got that one. All right, see if we can fire the last gun over there on the Vaizama here. And ouch, nothing. It actually ricochets. My God, I thought I could actually overmatch. Maybe I'm not doing this right. I have to literally shoot right at the bow. Because this thing is supposed to overmatch almost everything in the game, right? So I just must be new to these things. I'm not a battleship player, so I'm going to aim right at the front here. There's the first shot. And ouch, 3,000 damage. Here comes the second shot. Oh, man, people keep dying. I can't practice. Can't help me practice here. We keep killing everybody in front of me. All right, that's a good thing. All right, guess what? We're going to go in and do destroyer things and cap the cap. Let's see here. We've got Bravo open. All my friends are dead. Now I've got to hold this thing, hold the line until reinforcements arrive, waiting for the cavalry to come back. Got the Riga on the left, Pommern on the right here. See if the secondaries can burn this guy down on the way. Look at that dispersion. Not the greatest. We're just launching a lot of shells in the air, so it's relying on just reload rate and see what we can get here. The secondaries are doing some, decent damage. The big secondary guns are the, I think those are 150 something millimeter guns. The ones that are right here in front and the back. Those signature ones, like this back turret right here. That's a signature turret. Even my son loves that one. It's just something unique about it. It's like a big cruiser gun on a secondary style battleship here. All right, we got Riga poking his nose out. All right, but the problem also is we have to slow roll the guns. The guns turn at the speed of smell. And holy crap, look at all that firepower we're absorbing right there. Up to, oh man, I'm going to change. Ooh, can I get that? The reload, 3 more seconds, and he's probably going to clear that rock. Let's just aim at the superstructure. Do I get it? Oh man, missed it. Hit the rocks. All right, we die right there. But wow, we tanked a lot of damage right there. Holding the line until reinforcements arrive. What was that? We're up to 358 hit, 1.9 million potential damage. Holy crap. All right, let's see it. Let's see if we can run back into the cap. We are slow. All right, Vaizama wants to turn full broadside to us. Let's see if we can get a practice shot right here. Oh, downtown, he's only got 3K left. Can we nail this shot? Look at that. Shells are in the air, full send. Yes, we get 1 kill, 1 hit. I mean, 1 hit, 1 overpin, and gives us that wonderful kill. We're up to 3 kills now, 149,000 damage. We've got to get back in the cap to hold this thing. If we don't hold it, then the enemy team is going to start murdering our guys, and they'll start taking the points. That's why I love this mode so much. It makes you think and figure out where you need it, what can I do, and you still can play the long-range sniping like I'm doing right here. I'm proving it. And you're shooting it all with the safety of no carriers and subs. Ooh, nice hits right there, 64, but no citadels, no cigar. My gosh, only 6,400 damage. Man, these guns really need to work on it. There's something about them that is just off. It feels like I'm not getting these nice citadel hits that I'm supposed to be getting. Maybe I have to aim way more lower at the waterline. Okay, he beached and he's dead right there. Okay, so let's see if we can get in range of Montana secondaries here. All right, we're in range of some Montana secondaries. Ooh, we're taking nice shots. Everybody's firing at the Shikishima right now. That's a fun name to say, right? Shikishima. All right, secondaries are firing here. We got him on the Montana, and we are tanking from the right side there. So we're going to see if our secondaries can melt. And you can see and you can understand why people are saying the secondaries are really not as effective as you would say as Schlieffen or Libertad. They just are not pinning. You're just relying on superstructure damage. And look at the dispersion there. No, not very good dispersion at all right there. And we are barely getting any hits. So, I could see why the DPM, hitting DPM of these secondaries is just not there. Even though they reload really fast. It's like having a Hariguma strapped to your side, but just not there with the hitting accuracy. And you would think that these things would punish you. Like if you really did have a Hariguma next to you, man, Harigumas can melt anything. So, oh well, I guess the secondary build is not as great as it used to be. I think it's been power crap by Libertads, Schlieffen, Pommern, and ships of that nature right there. Full send, shells are out, and there finally we get a secondary or citadel. Aiming, I think we just got to aim a little bit right at the water line. I think we're relying on the shells to travel through the water and actually hit that citadel, and just hope RNG Jesus will give us the shot. All right, we got a nice shot right here. I mean, I'm tempted to shoot at his cheek, but I feel like they're gonna bounce. I'm just shoot at his main body right here. See how it does. Shoot at. Ooh, a terrible dispersion right there. Only 3,800 damage. My gosh. We get overpins as well. Yeah, I am not good at these battleships. I'm telling you. I'm going to destroy our main just trying this thing out. We're getting some nice secondaries finally. All right. Let's see if we can get Musashi, our counterpart here. Torpedoes will scratch our paint. And, ooh, Musashi tries to take it. He's also not getting RNG working for him. All right, here we go. Aiming it right at the cheek, right? Just like everybody says to do. Right at the cheek. And boom. And it gets a nice pin with a torpedo damage over protection as well. Let's see if we can work it back. The secondaries are doing wonders on him now. So the secondaries work well against Japanese battleships. Let's see if we can get a nice shot right here. Okay, he's not looking at us. Let's aim right at that cheek, right below the turret, right there. Full send. Here it comes. And yes, we get one. 26,000 damage. We get one Citadel. 3 pins. Oh my gosh, they're destroying our guns. Not having a good day at all. All right, we'll heal that damage back out. We'll slam it in reverse. Maybe we need to slam it in reverse there. We need to mitigate damage. Secondaries are working its magic there. We're up to, what, 600 shell hits on the secondaries. My gosh. I guess they are doing some kind of damage. Maybe just because they're healing through it. All right, we get another kill right there. 4 kills. All right, let's take this Libertad on in reverse now. Relying on our health just to survive while reinforcements and a Vermont behind us come to the rescue here. All right, see if the secondaries work on Libertads. Not so much. His secondaries are doing way more damage to us, but we got a 510 millimeter gun. Oh my goodness, what happened there? Oh, he's healing through it. That's why he's... Okay, this shell should kill it, right? No, we get an overpin. My gosh. I don't understand that one. That was RNG. Jesus helping them out. It's like, wait a second. Okay, finally he dies. Oh my goodness, look at all his... wait, his secondaries do way, way more damage than ours. And are we going to win this? 3, 2, 1. Yes, we win by points. Way to go, Shikishima. And we're going to die to this shot. But it's okay. We were tanking. We were doing our job as a battleship. Tanking damage, dealing damage. And secondary Shikishima, guys. Let's see how it works for you. Again, I'm trying it out to see how it works. See if you like it or not. You try it out if you got it. 316,000 damage, 4 kills. A couple man, these are Citadels are pretty weak. I wish I had more of them. And yeah, top of the team there. Let's see. Look at that. So the secondaries were doing damage. 137,000 damage and 19,000 fires. But yeah, we were just, I guess these guys were really just healing through everything. I mean, we did a lot of secondary damage on 34,000 secondary damage on the Palmer, 37,000 on the Musashi. So not as much as I would like. I would like to probably have a little higher. But I mean, they were shooting, hitting. So maybe it's just RNG. But anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoy the video. The build was at the beginning of the video this time. Let me know your thoughts on everything. And until next time, hope you guys are doing well. And if you see me out there, make sure you say hello. Take care. Cheers.